We're not off to the best start today.
And then just snapped our pole.
We've been having a few problems.
Basically, we're falling apart.
Yeah.
Lovely.
My arties are making a sailor view.
God. Good morning, everyone. Just done our first, we think, and only lock of the day.
Heading to Avon, which is where we first met Lady Penny Bun. We're going to try and not hit anything on the way because of her lovely new.
It's a little bit windy as well, so there's quite a high chance of that.
Thank you to the lovely gentleman who just gave us a fender.
Yeah, super handy.
For the front of our boat. I'm really sorry I forgot your name. But yeah, he's got a business coming up on his boat of barbering. So
we'll send the details over on that as well.
Yeah, for sure. As we said in the last video, the paint is still drying, but we needed to get out of the dock. So we haven't actually put any of the grippy paint on the... Is that the gunnel?
Gunnel, yeah.
Ooh, look at me and my words. Yeah, we haven't actually put any of the grippy paint on the gunnel, so we are going to have to be extra careful when walking along it. So I might go change my shoes because I don't think they're quite appropriate.
I keep overcorrecting myself trying to film and look where I'm going.
It feels good to be back. Done it?
On the cut.
It feels good. You do just get really comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
In the marinas.
Are we telling people where we're off to? We've already left them on a cliffhanger rolling down the river. Rolling down the river.
So, we've been trying to get a mooring in Bristol or nearabouts since we've basically had the boat, just for work purposes, as we've said, at least until sort of next year, summertime. And our friend posted that they had a space next to their boat in Keynsham, but it's on the River Avon, so we are going to have to sort of swiftly make our way there, which is a bit of a shame because we haven't been to Bath and places like that yet on the canal. But so yeah, over the next week or two, we're going to be making our way to Keynsham, and yeah, on the River Avon. I've got pictures. Joe was a bit sceptical at first because I was the one that saw it on Facebook. He was a bit sceptical about us going on the river, and I'm just picturing whitewater rapids from New Zealand or something, but I've been on it on my paddleboard. I know it's not that bad, but yeah, we'll just have to look out for the rainfall. I think is the main problem, isn't it?
Yeah, one of our first stops today is the boatyard. Pick up some chain and rope and attachments for our anchor,
because we're going to need that on the river.
Just moored up in a nice little spot. It's a little silty. That's as close to the bank as I can get us. I'm on toast duties, so oh wow, what's going on in here?
What's going on? We've got a breakfast board.
Let me check toast.
Asparagus, tippy egg and soldiers.
Lovely.
Looks good.
Fantastic. 2 full stomachs and we are ready to get on the way, or I am at least.
Oh, rock and roll.
This one could have a nap already.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay.
I got this.
just got to the boatyard, fill up with diesel, and now we've got our attachments ready.
God, it's heavy.
One chain,
3 shackles, and then he's going to look at it after to make sure that we've done it right, because I don't want to find out that we've done it wrong whilst we're
and
on
then
the
it
canal.
just stays
On
in the
river,
water.
sorry. Okay, I've
Hang on.
forgotten everything he said. Do you remember?
One anchor. Right, so that one. and
There's
that
2 of different types.
Yeah, they go on the thingy.
So we put. Oh, I can't even open it. I don't know how you open that. Is this right?
I don't know if you need both of those at the end. I need to try and get one.
thought you
I
said
can't
you
quite
put them
get one
together.
through. I can't get it to go through the chain. Oh, yeah, you got to have. I need that.
I thought
Maybe we need another one. Yeah, but look, at that end, I couldn't get that through.
What are you doing? You said 2 on
Yeah,
each,
that goes on that, and then that goes through the other end of the chain.
like
right?
this, and then the chain on the end as well.
Chain onto there, yeah.
On there. Put that in there. And then where would you attach it to the boat? Off on these cleats or off of...
So, yeah, you could go off of one of the cleats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which would be favourite. So, obviously, I'd have a sort of a dedicated one.
Yeah.
You know, for the anchor.
Yeah.
Because your other point, which is just there, doesn't look very strong.
No, doesn't it?
You know. So yeah, I'd go for one of the cleats.
Yep.
What's a cleat?
Cleat. One of these.
One of these
paddles.
bits here.
Oh, okay.
Put one on there.
Right. So, personally, that's not good.
No.
Right. Okay. And then it's the same with
Just
all.
in case it could
It's
come
the
off.
same with all of your ropes, yeah. Okay. Because it can easily flip off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the same when when you've got your rope
Yeah.
on. So either, if you can, do a little tiny.
Oh, and see if there's enough.
Right. See if there's enough there to do
Ooh,
that.
that's better.
Yep.
Yep.
So it can't pull off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the way.
Perfect.
Lovely.
There are my arties are making a sailor of you.
God. Hopefully we don't end up on the channel.
Yeah.
You won't see us in the
7.
news, hopefully.
Thank you. All attached. Thank you, Spencer, for the help.
So we got this. So we've got it put to the back because we're going downstream, and if you're going upstream, it'd be at the front. But yeah, hopefully you don't have to use it. It's like the last resort. You don't want to get stuck in the middle of the canal. The river. Sorry, you want to try and get to the bank. But if you can't, then the anchor is there. Have just found out that our best friends are having a baby, so congratulations, Lily and Nim. Your photo might be replaced by a photo of a little baby soon on our wall.
So proud of you two. Bless your hearts.
So we just moored up outside Bradford Avon Marina where we used to stay. We're going to go and surprise Uncle Dave. We drove there the other day and his boat is back, but whether or not he is there or wants to say hello. So we're going to go see him, and then I'm going to go into town and look at the charity shops.
Lovely.
What are you going to do?
Edit.
Yeah. Let's go see Uncle Dave. So we just got back. We went into Bradford-on-Avon town. We went to go see Uncle Dave, but he wasn't in, or he wasn't outside, and we didn't feel brave enough to knock on the door. But we went to one of our favourite little cafes called Noah's Pantry. It's next door to Sally's Narrowboats. Now it's off the towpath from the marina that we used to stay in Bradford-on-Avon, but it's definitely worth a visit. It's a lovely husband and wife that run it. They do different cakes and sweet treats. They also have lots of local art as well as produce and stuff, so definitely go check them out if you're in Bradford-on-Avon.
Best flat white in town too. I had 2 of them.
There's 4 coffee shots Joe had. He's now got to edit, so I think he's ready.
We're going to get some dinner on.
I'm going to go have a nap first.
Good morning, everybody. This will be day 2 on the move.
Good morning.
Cruisers at the minute, aren't we? Lovely little mooring here.
Enjoying it.
I do like this. Having a little bit of trouble with the DC to DC charger, and not necessarily the charger but the alternator. I think the belt's slipping. I've already tightened it up once but it keeps getting loose. So yesterday, all that time cruising, we weren't actually getting any voltage from the engine alternator. We're still a little bit low from being in the dock for 2 weeks, or just under 2 weeks, so it needs sort of every oomph of power I can get, so I'm going to get changed and then jump in the engine bay. Charging like a good one now.
Oh, well done.
Lovely.
Clever.
500 and something, nearly 600 watts coming through.
What, because that the alternator?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should have done that yesterday, really.
Just waiting for the kettle to boil. Nice coffee and a tea for the journey, and then we're on our way to Dundas Aqueduct tonight. There you go, I'll put it up front. Oh, a bit full, mind.
Nice jumper.
Thank you.
We're basically in the middle of the canal.
Huh?
We're basically in the middle of the canal.
If I chuck this.
This weather is making me want to go back to the summer, I've got to say. What do you think?
It's nice, isn't it? Lovely day for it. Then you're right, just to tuck it up on there sensibly.
Ow! Never chilling, is it? Joe was like, oh, you can read your book, just need your help at the lock at Bradford-on-Avon. Stuck on some silt at the back. Just put my plants in the sun because I don't feel like I've had much sun the past couple of days. Anyway, stuck on some silt at the back. Joe uses our our wooden pole.
Stuck now, I was asking for you to come out.
It's got us stuck on some wood and then just snapped our pole. Like, seriously. Right, wait a minute. Look at this.
Hang on, mate.
Oh, sorry.
The levels dropped overnight, or this morning even, whilst the hire boats are going through the lock all the time now. We're just up on the silt. I knew it was a bit silt when we were getting in yesterday, but all good fun. A bit warm for this jumper now.
I'm going to go back to reading my book anyway.
Yeah, you have fun.
Vitamins and history books, psychology, and a different way to look at it all. 'Cause my perspective is broken. If suffering's a way to earn your keep, I better start putting miles on my feet. But I'm so tired of wandering. Yeah, I'm lost, but I'm living. Yeah, I'm lost. Can I be forgiven? I thought by now pain would be my friend. I know that discomfort was a means to an end, but I'm lying in a warm bed. No, I'm lost, but I'm living.
I'm so
Good morning, everybody. So since we last left you at Dundas, we've since cruised to Bathampton. Our friend Alice joined us on the cruise.
Hello, Mum.
Do you want a glass of red wine?
Where's the red wine?
I got it.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, please.
With a bottle of wine. We had actually quite a good day. It was really cool.
Lovely.
Took us like 4 hours to get here, and it's only a 15-minute bike ride. But since we left the wet dock, we've been having a few problems, and they're all stemming back to our battery bank. You're probably wondering why they're not all connected. Essentially, whilst we're in the wet dock, I don't know if you can remember, we were pretty confident that we had enough battery power to last us based off what the percentage was showing on the, I think it was 67%. So we had essentially 17% usable capacity left. Now, what I didn't realise, the voltage, which is the more important part, was actually showing sort of 11 point something, which is enough to kill the batteries essentially. So as we were cruising, we couldn't charge them. The battery rate wasn't really moving at all. So I've taken 2 or 3 off at a time, taken them back to my parents' house, put them on a reconditioned like 240 volt battery charger charge. I've got 2 more to put back on, and one's at home still going. But we've been surviving okay off of just 3 at the minute, which is cool. This is about the only sun we've had over the past couple of days. Been absolutely hammering it down. On from the battery issues, we've also got a problem with the water pump now, but I feel like that can be caused by a lack of voltage, and it's burnt the pump out. So it will run and get up to pressure, but it won't last that long until it So normally this, you sort of see it like pulsed almost a bit, which you shouldn't do. So the water pumps, something's going on with that, and that means that it won't keep a high enough pressure now to power our hot water, so we've got no hot water. And I don't know if you remember when we started to attempt to take the windows out, we only did one in the end. I drilled all the rivets out on this one, forgot to put rivets back in, and now with the rain this has been absolutely pissing through this window. Luckily it's the one over the bath, and we could hear it when it's raining. It's got an automatic pump in it, and every sort of 2 minutes it would be enough for it to pump out. That's how much water was coming in. Plans for the water pump first though is check the filter. I've got a new one somewhere. And just check all the cheaper options first. I think we've had that one in for like 6 months, but there could be plastic in the tank or anything, so I'll change the filter. There's a secondary filter on there which I can try. Oh, also, our DC to DC battery charger's not working. Well, I think the charger's working fine, but the alternator's not working because the belt's slipping. So I've got a new belt to put on as well.
Basically, we're falling apart.
Yeah. As most people have said, boat builds are never really done.
No.
Everything just keeps
Breaking.
But most of it stems back to the battery bank and alternator belt. So try and tackle them this morning through till this afternoon and probably this evening. Nothing's like as quick as you'd like it to be either. What's for lunch, by the way?
This is for work.
Oh, very seasonal.
Yeah. Joe loves.
Probably the only people to buy pumpkins and actually use them.
Yeah.
I know a fair few people have started eating pumpkins, haven't they? Shame to waste them, eh?
Yeah.
We have got some to carve up as well.
Yeah,
we're having the seeds in that as well.
Yeah, I love roasting the seeds. Really nice with some cumin, salt, pepper.
Any other problems to report?
Don't think so. The further we're getting away, the longer it is for me to get to the car.
Yeah, so about a 15-minute walk.
But it's okay, it's just like the times that I start work, but...
And the weather at the minute.
Yeah.
That rain has been so bad.
But hopefully, when we get to Kingsham, it will be a lot easier. But, yeah.
Another problem is, with all this rain, is the River Avon that we're going on to is extremely high at the minute. It can rise and fall by about 8 or 9 feet, and it is really high. Yeah, 8 or 9 feet. It can raise by 8 or 9 feet.
I don't believe you.
I'll Google it. I'll fact check it. So the river is pretty fast flowing at the minute, which is not ideal. We're waiting for my dad to get back from France to give us a hand, just because he's been on a river before, just a bit of confidence and a bit of experience. We've got our anchor and stuff, as you've seen, and essentially, before you use your anchor, ideally you want to try and at least stop yourself on a bank or something, so...
I think we'll be alright.
Should be alright, shouldn't it? Our friend who we're going down onto his mooring, he actually managed to get his boat upstream in the summer without an engine, just a tiny little outboard, and that's a 45-foot narrowboat. And then on the way back down, the engine cut out, and he had his granddad with a broom on the front. Couldn't stop it, went straight into the lock. Mate, he flew off the stern and all. Yeah, should be fun. Good morning, everybody. We're not off to the best start today. First of all, Danny overflowed the toilet, so the pea pot went everywhere, so we cleaned that out. That took us about an hour. And maybe over an hour. It took ages. And then I've just come in from outside and I've stood and snapped my new rosemary plant called John, named after the grower. And
You've fully just
snapped all the branches. Disaster. Rescued him, he was reduced 60p. Now look at him.
He would have been better off in the shop.
So we're heading a bit further into Bath today, then ready to start our adventure on the Avon next week. We've got 2 or 3 locks to do, a couple lovely tunnels through Sydney Gardens, potentially one of the most beautiful parts of the canal in the UK, which is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely. All is forgotten.
All is forgotten.
I forgive you for overfilling the toilet.
I forgive you for just killing our rosemary. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, so we're going to move closer into Bath so Mum and Dad can come to Bath, and I'm going to make a nice meal with that rosemary.
Sorry, John. Going to push that in, so sort of a bit straighter maybe. I don't know, you might. To the left. That'll bring the back end out a bit. There you go. Danny's first time passing another boat. Plenty of room. Hoping to fill up with water in a second, just waiting for another boat to do theirs. I got to reverse the boat back a bit, around it and in, which will be fun. Good. So we managed to get a mooring right by the water point. The guy that was leaving basically said, "Oh, do you just want to swap round?" So we've pulled in here, which is ideal. So we've got 48 hours here. Got Danny's mum and dad coming over tomorrow, cooking for them, and then Sunday we'll be battling the River Avon. So join us next week for that.
Thank you so much to everyone who joined us on our live stream earlier this week and letting us get to 10k.
One thing I do want to say as well, we're launching an Amazon store. We found it really helpful. I know some people don't particularly like Amazon, but being on a boat, especially when you're cruising, being able to have access to the Amazon lockers and stuff, it's just so handy. We constantly get asked, you know, where'd you get this? Like the coffee machine, where'd you get the bike trailer, stuff like that. So we've put it all in one place for you to go and have a look. So we'll put a little link for that in the description as well. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Might be like, well, you can put 20, 25 quid, might do that. Yeah. Yeah. Not too bad, is it, for a couple nights? You alright? What are these ones?
Oh, shit.
The most bougie water fill up ever.
I know, look at me.
Sorry.